この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Yo, everyone, I'm in. This time we will discuss bluelock in the manga version. Before we start, please support this channel by hit the like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get started. In the previous episode, Nagi, who saw the ball coming from Isagi, was ready to receive it and was going to shoot straight at the goal. But at that time Nagi realized Rin was coming again to block his shot. So with a quick response Nagi changed his position and did a feint kick. And after Rin was tricked and there was no one else blocking him, he immediately kicked the ball into the goal. And the goal was scored by Nagi, who brought the score to a 2-2 draw. From behind the monitor, Andre spoke highly of Nagi when he scored the goal. Andre wants to see more action in the future. She thinks watching the great players in the bluelock, especially when watching Nagi's goal, is a miracle. Their game is crazy considering their age is still young for soccer players. Jinpachi refuted Andre's words. He said, using a cheap word like a miracle to describe that just shows your mediocrity. The mental ability to envision a goal, the skills to make it happen, and the ability to read the state of the field and its players. When all these conditions come together in the optimum combination, a player's performance can exceed human knowledge. Miracles can be explained, and they will need the formula to clear this selection. Back on the field, just before kickoff, Rin said to his teammates, "Don't lose your nerve, I'm about to rule this field. If you want to win, give it all you've got." Restart of play. With a fast tempo of the game, all red team players attacked the white team area. Bachira directly passed the ball to Rin. After receiving the ball and with just one touch of the ball, Rin directly passed the ball to Tokimitsu. Barou, who saw the ball towards Tokimitsu, quickly chased it and tried to grab it. But here Tokimitsu with his strong body was able to protect the ball, and he gave the ball back to Rin. And again with one touch of the ball, Rin made a direct pass to Ryu, who was already ahead. After receiving the pass with his chest, Ryu returned the ball to Rin. Rin, who had received a perfect pass from Ryu, immediately ran to dribble the ball toward the goal. Nagi, who saw that, responded by running towards Rin and tried to block Rin's shot from his ideal shooting range. When Nagi started to make a sliding to cover the ball, Rin immediately feinted and used a roulette technique to get through Nagi. At this moment Isagi, who was able to predict the movement, directly covered the defense and with his sliding tried to take the ball from Rin. Unexpectedly, with a quick movement, Rin passed the ball to Bachira before Isagi could grab the ball from him. Bachira, who received the ball, followed it up with a straight shot on goal, resulting in a goal for the red team. And now the score was 3-2 in favor of the red team. From all the red team's attacks, we can draw a conclusion. With Tokimitsu's physical power, and Ryu's jumping power, Rin pushed his teammates to the limits and drew his team to a higher level. This is how Rin goes all out with his puppet master soccer. At this moment Isagi realizes, it was like that back when he first played him. The essence of Rin's playing style is to completely control his opponent's thinking. But up until now Rin only used his own skills to do that. Now he's using enemy and ally alike to control the entire field. On top of that, by seeing right through all of our abilities, and drawing out his teammates' maximum potential, he was able to drag all of us into his high-level future. Technique, tactical sense, and physical ability. He's only able to do this because he has all of those. But that fact didn't dampen the white team's fighting spirit, as Barou looked serious and prepared to show his fangs. At the kickoff, Nagi passed the ball to Isagi, and as Isagi saw Rin and Bachira coming at him from the front to grab the ball, Isagi passed the ball to Chigiri on the right side of the field. After receiving the ball, by deflecting the ball and cutting inside at high speed, Chigiri broke through Ryu, who was trying to block him. Seeing the situation, with a quick response Rin covered the defense and blocked Chigiri's movement. With a quick response Chigiri gave the ball to Nagi, who was in the middle of the field. On the other side, Tokimitsu came to intercept the pass with his tackle, while Bachira waited for Nagi's movement. Isagi, who saw an opportunity, he cut through Bachira's blind spot and ran to the outside. And when Bachira shifts his center of gravity in response, Isagi goes to the other way. Nagi, who saw Isagi breaking through the defense, he quickly threw a cross over to him. Just when Isagi thought he was free from the marker and just needed to score, unexpectedly, Rin suddenly appeared in front of him, blocking his movement and trying to take the ball away from him. In this situation, Isagi seemed to have difficulty defending the ball, as Rin's ability was higher than Isagi's, but while Isagi was struggling to keep the ball, Barou suddenly stepped in from a blind spot and stole the ball from both of them. And he dribbled into the red team's defense area without anyone guarding him, and he directly shot a powerful kick toward the red team's goal. The goal was created, and from the goal scored by Barou, the white team managed to equalize to 3-3. From this moment, Barou began to show his existence in a team. Stealing the ball from his ally in bizarre play, Barou outmaneuvers Rin and scores a valuable goal. In his dogged persistence to devour Isagi, throughout this whole game, Barou's playing style has centered on stealing the ball from Isagi before trying to score a goal. In the brain of the genius Itoshi Rin, he's unpredictable irregularity. As Isagi thought for a moment, having grasped the abilities of both his opponents and his allies, Rin forcibly draws them out and utilizes them. That's Rin's logical and predictive style of playing, which is precisely why Rin couldn't read the king of villains Barou Shohei's self-centered soccer. At this moment, Isagi realized the key to winning this match was to make a game that Itoshi Rin couldn't predict. The existence of Barou had changed the system, and if Isagi could take advantage of that, then they would win this match. Restart of play. Bachira immediately gave a short pass to Rin to launch an attack on the white team. Seeing this, Isagi came up with a defense plan, and he told Shigiri to go all out after the ball with his speed, and Nagi would switch positions to guard Ryu. Without questioning the reason, they immediately agreed with all Isagi's plans. As Rin was about to dribble his way through the white team's defense, Shigiri was suddenly in front of him and immediately challenged Rin to face him. But Rin decided to pass the ball to Bachira, who was running freely on the right side of the field without any opposing players. Isagi, who saw Bachira dribbling without a guard, he immediately responded by closing the direction of his movement. And not only Isagi, Shigiri, who previously guarded Rin's movement, quickly ran towards Bachira, who was dribbling. From this moment, Isagi's defense plan began to be shown, where in a short moment, Isagi suddenly ran to block Rin's movement. Bachira, who saw it, thought that at this time only Shigiri would block his attack. From that conclusion, quickly Bachira directly used his special dribble technique to penetrate Shigiri's defense. After Bachira managed to penetrate the defense from Shigiri, suddenly Isagi appeared in front of him and immediately made a sliding attempt to grab the ball from him. Faced with this situation, Bachira quickly responded by jumping first before being hit by Isagi's tackle and managed to escape. But without Bachira realizing it, it was part of Isagi's plan, deliberately letting Bachira through, because from behind Isagi, Barou was ready to grab the ball and immediately dribbled the ball in full speed toward the red team's defense area. Using all his power, Barou dribbled the ball over Ryu and Tokimitsu, before finally being stopped by Rin, who intercepted the ball with his tackle, throwing the ball far out of the field. Isagi, who saw Rin intercept the ball and predict Barou's movements, couldn't believe it, but after he observed again, he realized Rin was just able to react in time to counter, because he couldn't predict Barou. Rin was constantly positioning himself in a place he could counter. If either of us misses a single step, we will lose the goal. We're neck and neck in a race of who can read faster, between Isagi trying to maximize its use and Rin minimally withstanding it. However, succeeds in taking control of Barou, and the field will win this match. On the other hand, Bachira, who saw Isagi and Rin trading blows at an extraordinary level, felt excited, because this was the first time for Bachira to see the real monster that he had always imagined in his mind. Bachira ran, stumbled, and ran again. but the monsters he finally found were out of his reach. So what will Bachira do from here? At this point, the match became more intense for both teams, as they continued to exchange attacks at a fast tempo, with neither team able to score. Isagi noticed that all the players on the field were exhausted, as they were constantly playing at a fast tempo. A restart of play. Rin passed the ball to Tokimitsu. Then Tokimitsu sent it back to Rin, and without realizing it, Tokimitsu and Rin destroyed the formation of the white team, until finally, Tokimitsu was able to penetrate into the white team's defense area. Barou and Chigiri, who saw that, quickly chased Tokimitsu and tackled him to stop Tokimitsu's movement. And the whistle blew. Due to the use of a tackle from behind, and a malicious slide, Barou and Chigiri got a yellow card. After that, Rin prepared to execute a free kick. At that moment, Isagi began to look for solutions to defend and block the kick from Rin. There are two options open to Rin. If Rin tries to shoot, Isagi will act as a wall, and if Rin tries to pass, Isagi will move to where we're outnumbered to press Isagi in position to be able to respond to whichever Rin will be chosen. And Rin kicked the ball. But unexpectedly, of all the kick direction options, Rin kicked the ball with blazing fast speed, right above Isagi's head, and he didn't give Isagi a chance to react. Rin scored with a pinpoint high-speed free kick, and now the red team is ahead with a 4-3. Meanwhile, Bachira was still thinking about something. I see both Rin and Isagi are playing for the sake of their own goals. They are playing soccer in a way that's true to their egos. To find a monster? To make a friends? No. With something like that, I won't be able to catch up to those two. What exactly is my ego? Until here this episode, what do you think? Give your opinion about this episode. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the latest videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.